Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Torment, Tides of Numenera. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that it chose to join me today in what is effectively the lair of the children of the Endless Gate. And we were talking to this guy over here. He seems, he's called a blob of 3. He seems pretty normal to me, just has a few heads, too many, and a big belly. Yeah, that's... I have no idea. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We are looking at big things, big picture stuff today, because we're trying to get the Valley of Dead Heroes, which is where we are, getting rid of the Children of the Endless Gate. At least as far as we can tell, these guys are evil or something. So we can go up there through this little crack on time or in time over there.
We've been here forever.
I know.
Minus a few forevers, but still.
Shut up, there it is. Okay, so let's mess around with that little cat over there, or a huge cat, and see what it is. Rising before you is a tall and tapering obelisk crowned with the carved stone head of some elegant sharp-eared animal with 6 eyes. Wrapping around the obelisk are bands of engraved hieroglyphs. Okay, let's examine the hieroglyphs first. Except for 4 stylized depictions of the same sharp-eared animal that tops the obelisk, the pictographs make no sense to you. Can I examine them again? For the pictograph that stylized versions of the animal this obelisk was meant to depict, but you can make no sense of the hieroglyphs' meaning. Okay, so let's examine the stone head first, or next. The carved head mounted on top of the obelisk stares out into the distance, its eyes empty and mournful. Okay, does it say anything new? No. What about the base of the obelisk? The base of the obelisk is smooth, untouched by any weathering or other troubles that seem to have eroded much of the other ruins in this place. It sits in a pool of acrid liquid. The liquid smells foul and caustic, but the obelisk appears undamaged. It's unclear how much more of the obelisk lies beneath the pool. The statue's head seems to move until its eyes stare directly into yours. They are still mournful, but no longer empty. A faint beckoning glimmer shines within. You turn to your companions, but they don't seem to notice that anything strange has happened. Can I tell them that this thing is moving, looking at me? Can I examine the head of the statue? Okay, nothing happens. What about the hieroglyphs? Nothing. Okay. Let's look at into the statue's eye. A wave of dizziness overcomes you as you gaze into the statue's eyes. You are no longer facing the obelisk. Indeed, you are no longer human. The tail of the dead lack in your mouth drags along the ground as you creep through the dense foliage of the temple, or to the temple. You peek out through the Gangdu fronds and see the old monk Nimu shucking howpods and on the weathered steps. You pad out to greet him, and he grins toothlessly at the sight of you. "There she is," he says, chuckling. "There's my brave hunter, and with a gift. How thoughtful." You drop the lack at his feet and arch your back as he strokes your fur and adjusts your collar. "But your work isn't done, sweet girl. There's lax aplenty in the grain room. Bring me a dozen more before I finish these hayos, and I'll give you your favorite nibble." A dozen lax is nothing to a hunter of your skill. You pad off to the granary, ready for battle. Oh boy, this cat is stuck on an MMO or something. The obelisk reappears and you realize your joy was remembered only. So, that's interesting. This is a statue to a cat or whatever the creature is, and it holds its memories, capable of... See what else it can show me, though. Another wave of dizziness overcomes you as you succumb to the statue's memories. You watch from the undergrowth, terrified as the followers of the bird god pull down the stone statues of the great ones and chase the monks from the burning temple. "Heathen!" cries their leader. "Worshippers of false gods, kill them all!" A birdman sees you. He shrieks. "A centaur!" Oh, that's what this is then. "We must kill it. The monks hide their souls in the little beasts. If we don't wipe them all out, the monks will return, as strong as ever." Okay, so this is a birdman. It could be the Morgul's, or not Morgul's, what? Merlins, I think, that we found before. But they didn't talk, that's weird. But then again, I mean, this is a memory, so it could be something else. About the monks, I don't really understand, though. You turn and bound into the jungle as a mob of angry men crash in after you, and the obelisk fills your vision again. A centaur. So that's what this creature is called. Indeed. Can I look at it and see what else? You watch from a low branch. This grave robbers stare up the stones of the ruined temple's nave, looking for the old catacombs. Their leader sits on the stone head of a fallen statue, petting it and stroking its pointed ears. He laughs. This is what the old monks worshipped before the Jarudi wiped him out. The Prince of the Centural. The Prince of the Centural. We've heard this word before. Rin said that Eretes looked like a small little shiny prince or something like that. And the Prince of the Centural, or whatever. Centural, yeah. They say his big ears hear all the secrets ever whispered within earshot of any of those six-eyed pests. Well, if it's within earshot, then why wouldn't you hear it? You hiss at the insult. He looks up. Oi! There's one now! Hasn't been a monk alive around here to tame a Centural in 100 years. He chirps at you. Come here, little one. Let me see that jeweled collar of yours, won't you? Looks like lovely workmanship. You give him a disdainful look and climb further up the tree as the obelisk returns. Huh. So, that's another one. You watch from under a Gandu bush as a father and mother drop double armloads of spring wood in the middle of the temple ruins, then sit and mop their brows as their 3 children begin stripping the stalks up their bark. Plenty to build with out here at least, says the father. And we'll need all we can get, says the mother. Without a perimeter fence to keep out the balls and the skullhounds, we'd be dead in a week. What about the lax? One of the children cries. The father laughs. Well, pray to Gunny, daughter. Maybe he'll send one of his servants for us. He's the Prince of all Setural, you know? Oh, wait a minute, so that's what it means. The Prince of Setural, or of the Setural, is the god that they worshipped. The Prince of the Setural. Jarudi wiped them out. So Jarudi is not a tribe. These guys might be members of the same tribe that happened before. Jarudi might be the gods. Or a god, or the god that they worshipped? Of his servants, he's the Prince of Setural, you know? Your ear pricks, at last you are wanted. It's time to hunt. Pray to Guni. No, Guni is different. Oh, they have different names? Is that what it is? Huh. Interesting. The eyes of the statue fade, though they do not go out entirely, as though it has divested itself of a responsibility. Why it did so remains a mystery. Okay, that's interesting. Can I look at the hieroglyphs? No, they have no meaning. And the head doesn't do anything, and the base doesn't do anything. Okay, well, do I have a quest now? Huh. Well, I don't know. Hiccups as well, I apologize. So we got Kolo and Natalie up here, and we might want to go up there. I can't go. Can I go? Probably not. Oh, there's the thing. Oh, that's the Numenera. Go. Nope, let's not mess with it for right now. It's not attacking us. I don't think, but who knows. No, it's gonna talk to us. He seems friendly enough, I suppose. I mean, see? That's what I'm talking about, says Natalie. What are you talking about, Natalie? Can I talk to you? Alright, hack it off right there. Disturbed? This cultist mutters a reply to a question you did not hear. He barks a laugh to a quip that was not told. Indeed, he seems only loosely aware of anyone else's present. He brings a cleaver down from just inches from the other hands. Perfect. Beautiful, he thinks. Free in every world. Oh, wait a minute. He's like Calestige. He's got all those things. Will you watch what you're doing? Asks Natalie. You nearly severed my arm instead of his. The air around him becomes hazy as he smiles. Sorry? Didn't catch that. Too much going on. The two cultists break off their conversation as they notice you. The man, big, raw-boned, and unsettlingly unfocused, steps over the corpse they have been hacking up and raises his butcher knife. You again, he says, glaring at you. And without that crazy redhead this time. Good. You haven't got a chance without her. What? Have we met before? Oh, the redhead. It might be the... yeah, it's the lady that followed us all over the place. Or, wait a minute, but that was the changing god. He sneers. Fought you 3 times so far walking through here. Twice that red... Oh, excuse me. Just had to cough a little bit. Twice that redhead did for me, but I still put my knife in your neck in every stream. Whichever way it goes, you're done. So he's talking about different dimensions. What redhead are you talking about? It's Calestige, probably. The one like me. Stopped 2 of my lines so far, he grins. But she's not in this one, is she? Calestige, he thinks. That was her name. So you can see other realities? I see everywhere, meatbag. Everywhere. I wouldn't want to fight you, I suppose. He laughs darkly. Then you shouldn't have stumbled past me. Well, you're an idiot. Now that you warned me, you've lost your advantage. Put your knife away before I hurt you with it. That sounds interesting. Let's go with that. Let's ask for Eretis to do his job over there. Let's go with 85. I succeed. Without losing our might. He stares at you for a moment, then looks around as if at other people or things you can see. Finally, he shrugs, sullen, and sheathes his butcher knife. Fine, but this valley is the turf of the children of the Endless Gate. You pass here at your pleasure. And we butcher those that displease us, says Natalie, the other cultist. So watch it. And then they turn back to the body. Could have taken him, he says. Well, can I talk to you? Just stay out of our way. So, they don't seem to be part of the Endless Gate thing. Silk ribbons and banners flap softly against the stone. These decorations are recent, perhaps several years old, but like everything else here, they have been forgotten. Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like, yeah, that's the ribbons they're talking about. I thought we were just gonna look at the building itself, because this looks like... Actually, what does it look like? Just a fortress. Or is it? Because it's got that huge head on the center, and it's... That thing has collected that or something? Yeah, we can't interact with it. We can interact with that, I mean. And we have something else over here. Somebody holding that thing up there. What is it? Can I touch it? Can I do something? This 5-meter-long black slab of basalt, or perhaps obsidian, has been smoothed by age. A stone statue holds the slab at angle, lifting it to the sky, or he is lowering it. It is impossible to determine whether the incline is real, or if you imagine it. At the top end, you can see a window into another reality, a portal wide enough to step through. On the other side is what looks like a harsh and angular world. Let's examine the slab first. It seems perfectly smooth. Some loving hand has polished it to a mirror gloss, though distortions beneath its surface change your appearance with every slight movement. As you lean in to examine it, your reflection appears unspeakably beautiful. A few centimeters closer and you become a shrieking horror. This close, you can feel a dense psychic weight around the obelisk, as if a culture's hopes and expectations had been packed into a single solid form. The thought of meeting those expectations and ascending the incline is daunting. Okay, what about the statue? It is a gray statue of a robed man with an ornate warhammer strapped to its back, holding the obelisk aloft, or setting it down gently. His muscular arms, yeah. He exudes a fierce determination as if he were using every quantum of energy in raising or lowering this great slab. A sign has been added to his back, a childish scroll that reads, "The Saint of Proverbs." Yeah, we've heard of this guy. Saint Proverbium? Or Saint Proverb? It was something. We have heard of this guy. You can hear something, the faint whisper of human thought. You can't make out what it's saying, but it feels like it's coming from the statue itself. Can I examine it again before I try talking to it? Saint of Proverbs. Are you raising the slab or lowering it? The statue does not answer. Perhaps it cannot answer you. Let's ask that again. Nothing happens. Well, let's climb the slope to the portal. The slab is nearly frictionless, and you find it almost impossible to gain any sort of traction, but as you press your fingers into its surface, you can feel it melting slightly at your touch. You pull yourself slowly upwards, up on your belly, inch by inch, your fingers beginning to bleed. You have just reached the 3-meter mark when the glistening rock begins to shake. You release your grip and slide to the ground, all your progress lost in a moment. A voice cries out in mortal terror, and the menhir, which is this thing, crashes to the ground with a thunderous roar. A great plume of dust rises in the air. I broke it. I broke it. I broke it. When the dust settles, the portal has vanished. You can barely make out the fingers of a hand protruding from beneath the rock, holding a scrap of gray fabric that looks almost like a mask. The fingers twitch once, twice, and are still. A trickle of dark fluid dribbles out in a thin stream. Let's examine the hand first. It is gray, the color of stone, leached of life, It has no other distinguishing characteristics. None that is but the strip of gray fabric dangling from the fingertips. It is a mask of strange design with lenses over the eye holes. Oh, let's take the mask. The face that never remembered. A face sculptured from a soft gray material gazes through and beyond you from ashen sockets. It looks a little bit... No, it doesn't look like this thing over here, I don't think. The mask affixes to your face with an almost lifelike eagerness. It is clammy, moist to the touch. Viewed through its lens, the world takes on a nightmarish aspect. Once mundane objects twist with strange new angles. Familiar faces, those of your most trusted friends and companions, contort in ways they never should. In the corners of your eyes, misshapen monstrosities lurch and stagger across impossible landscapes. The effects are subtle at first, but the longer you wear the mask, the more horrifying the visions. What enlightenment or madness awaits one with the courage to wear it for long enough? The Mask of Prosper. Oh, yeah, we've heard of this before as well. Is an unsettling relic said to have been created by a mad visionary in a forgotten age. His rumored goal was to create a lens through which one could gaze upon the 201, 342 triangles that make up the true face of God. Perhaps his success is indicated by the sunken holes that may once have held eyes. The face that never remembered. As you pick up the mask, its ashen gazes fixes on you. Or its ashen gazes. Oh, the eyes, I suppose? Yeah. The gray fabric feels like flesh, a slab of wet meat draped around your fingers. A whisper caresses your mind. Prosper. You feel an unconscious revulsion, and then you turn away from the fallen slab. This must be the mask the repugnant blob sought. Ah, that's where we heard it. Okay. So the hand doesn't do anything else. Let's just walk away. Let's go back to the blob, the repugnant blob. That's not... yeah... That's not a nice way of addressing this. And it's not the first time either that we heard something like that. You climbed obelisk! You crushed Saint Proverbius! Though you knew he lived. No matter. The future is built on blood and rage. You fell. What did you learn from his experience? I saw the portal, but he vanished when the obelisk fell. Yes, and from this, we all understand that we cannot attain the height again. That height again. The portal exists only in our memories. All faces grimace in unison, as if trying for an unfamiliar smile. And by the way, I know that unison means together, but the word is constituted, it means one sound. That's what it means. It can't be applied, or it shouldn't be applied to things that don't make a sound. You make stuff in unison as if you're talking in unison, but not other stuff, at least in Portuguese, and that's because of the origins of the word. In English, I've seen this actually applied in other games, like that. I remember, was it Tyranny, or is it Pillars of Eternity, where this, actually, I think it was Pillars of Eternity, where they used the word a single time in the game, but this is the second time they used it in this game, and it's wrongly used. It's not like that. I mean, unless English has deterped the meaning of the word. Which might be the case, and in which case it might be correct, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So I can give him the mask. Sure, you can have this mask I found. I don't need it.
Ready to become even more heroic.
Hopefully you will. The blob reaches out with its deformed arms and accepts the mask from you. The three faces immediately start trying to control the creature's arms so that they can place the mask on one of the other faces, and they lose interest in you for the moment. Give it to me. No, wear it. Tulk sniffer. Oh boy. Tulk? Is that what you give? Okay, sure. Whatever. The glowing liquid cracks deep within its central hill. This central hill. Oh, wait a minute. So this is where it comes from? Okay, so we have a... Okay, that takes us over there. So if you want to go up here, we go through both of these portals. This one over here goes over there, and this one goes over there, I assume. And the other red portal is broken. Let's have a chat here with Numenera and see if he doesn't attack us. He should remember us, hopefully. Hello! You're quite weird. Sorry, don't mean as an offense. It's an interesting thing. He doesn't attack us. It's an interesting thing. Being weird is awesome. One moment, says that guy. Who are they? I assume... Yeah. I assume they're children of the Endless Gate. You see a familiar sight. The Numenera you freed back in Saga's Cliffs. It hovers here, angrily lashing the world around it with scalpel and injector. The creature is obviously agitated, angry, much as it was during the daytime in the Circus Minor, when you could not reason with it. That blobby thing, says Eratis, does not look friendly. Eratis studies it for a moment, unsmiling, then brightens. And yet I've learned not to let appearances deceive me. I shall befriend it. Perhaps it could be our pet. He strides forward. Eratis, wait. He opens his mouth, then closes it, then opens it, and holds it, watching the powerful creature warily. Perhaps that is the best course for now? He shudders. I felt a bout of wisdom there for a moment. Are you willing to speak today, Nyctimiron? I'm gonna ask. It swivels around and rushes at you, its injectors thrust forward. Let's run away. Should we? I mean, let's try and run away. She's pretty good at this. She's not that good at this. But she's gonna be the one that's gonna try it, because apparently we can just try one of us run away. Let's go with that. Success, 85. Good. Gimme. See what happens. You put on a burst of speed and manage to get far enough away that it loses interest in you. Okay, Okay, let's level up first, and then we'll probably attack it and just kill it, I suppose. I mean, we could wait. That might be a good idea. It doesn't attack us, after all. I mean, only if we... Oh, I might have said the wrong thing as well. Well, let's,
Yes?
Yes, let's level up, and, we'll worry about that. I'm wondering if we're gonna be able to make this nighttime for some reason. Apparently, night and day doesn't pass normally in this game. Yeah. Make this nighttime, and then we maybe could talk. Maybe he doesn't like the sun. Who can blame him, really? Okay, so let's see what do we have. We have increased stat pools, and that's gonna be brought up on my speed. And on my speed, I could go for a couple of speeds over there, or should I go intellect? Let's go speed and intellect, and just stay with that. I got one ability. Cipher limit increase, not interested, and Sow, I think it's Sow, dismay. Enemies in range who fail to resist gain demoralized, which is a minus 20% willpower, minus 10% to evasion, and minus 15% on all tasks. Which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I like that. But then again, the cipher limit increase could be good, because we're probably going to have a lot of ciphers. Oh, we have a lot of abilities to choose from. Wait a minute, what are these called then? How... I don't really understand. They're called abilities, and these are called abilities as well. Sure, whatever. Tiering, it's whatever. It's just different sort of things. The names should change, in my opinion. But yeah, whatever. So we got resourceful, a +1 training level. I think we can still choose each level up. We can still choose the last ones. So that's why we get these. So these are. How do I? Okay, resourceful, +1 training level, and cipher use skill. That's not interesting, I don't think. Adaptation, gain protected for, what is that? Oh, it's an esoteric, okay. Quantum step, that's an esoteric teleport, I don't want that. Targeting eye, that's an +15, that's pretty good. Let's go with that, because I do want to use spells to attack things. Energize, choose a damage type, not interested. Flash, deals 8 physical damage to all enemies struck inside the radius. Even on a miss, deals 1 damage for each level of effort applied. Okay, that's not bad at all. +1 damage per effort, maximum 6. Yeah, well, even on a miss doesn't really matter, but I mean, we can choose 2, so let's see what else. Entropic field, on hit confers vulnerable. Nah, that's who's the target of this? Enemies in small cone. Nah, not interested. Oh, but yeah, it's just a debuff. Unstoppable force, +2 damage on esoteric attacks. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. Let's just buff our current esoteric attacks. Scanning array, gain +5 bonus for each level of effort applied to perception lore. Not interested in that. Insight action. Oh yeah, that's good, but we have somebody else doing that. Gravity manipulation, space warping pulses does +1. What? Space warping pulse that pushes or pulls all creatures in range. Oh, okay. So unstoppable force, and it is, because the thing is, with that, I can use.
A curious thought occurred to me.
What?
You know I've warned you about those. Really, Eratus? Why, yes. I am. I am really Eratus. Oh, good one.
No. You made that joke before.
It is so nice to have someone I can talk to.
What? Yourself. I think... I don't know. Yeah. Was he talking to himself, or was he talking to Aligern? I think it was Aligern, but I didn't notice the voices. But he does talk to himself a lot. In that case, even if it was Aligern, the joke was his own. So it's just, I think he's praising his own joke-making skills. So we were keen souls. Or really, me and him. Let's see. So let's level you up. So we got extra effort for you. That is not really necessary because this is really mostly for combat. Increased stat pools is better because that way you can go with might because we really need that for him. And that's that. So,
Than I was before.
well, they were saying stuff. Are you better than you were before? Yeah, so I'm not going to mess with this guy. I don't think he's going to leave anyway. Let's go up here and see if we can do something. Let's not talk to Phoenix right now. Let's interact with this thing. Let's see what that is. Bubbles rise from the pool before you, and its barren edges are crusted with a white rime. The acrid reek of the water makes your eyes tear up. The rime and reek around the pool suggests that the water has a dangerously high alkaline content. It would be dangerous to drink or even touch. Okay, let's examine the pool then. Despite the bubbles and deep color, the water is crystal clear, and you can see down into the depths of the pool. There is a brassy metallic globe down there, caked with rime, but otherwise wool. Unfortunately, it is too far down to reach without diving in. Okay, let's dive into the pool and try to retrieve the object. Somebody's gonna be able to do this. We got 30% chance to succeed. Aligern's got 45. Heritage has got 45 as well, and she's got 30. So, Aligern, you're going in, man. Actually, I should probably be Eritis here. Nah, well... let's go with it. Yeah. It's a little bit better for not having to spend too much stuff. Okay, he takes 2 damage. You dive into the water and your eyes instantly start burning. Why did you open them? Your body is aflame, but you kick down, determined and scrabbled for the globe. As soon as it stays safe in your hands, you kick for the surface. You are screaming in pain as you climb from the pool. After agonizing minutes, you're able to pull yourself together, enough to examine the globe. When you do, you discover it holds a treasure trove. Really? A pelucid wrap. This wrap is made of an airy fabric that is dull in hue, but shimmers effervescently with a slight silver light. It is a bonded item. -1 intellect edge, it's not too bad, but plus... oh... that's minus edge on intellect, that's bad. But the intellect pool, it's not really great. I don't think Green has an edge, so I might give her that. +1 damage per effort applied on esoteric attacks. Oh, that's great. I mean, it's good for us. I would like to have the concentration, though, so I could not take the... that's good for me. I think that's good for me. The minus edge is not really going to be a problem, because I do have a lot of intellect, and that does help me a little bit. So I think it's going to be fine. And besides, we're pretty good at all the things that we do, so I don't think the edge is really going to be necessary. Also, I gained another one. That's not the only thing I gained. Man, that's good. And also some shins. Let's... a servant's sleep knot. At first glance, this appears to be a crude arm bracelet woven in the shape of a hangman's noose, the kind of item a macabre child might make. And it is a cipher that increases the stat pool of might, speed, or intellect with the highest value by 1. On... always? Oh, it basically increases your maximum... that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's not drink the water, because that's probably going to spell death for me. Although, if we do want to go up there, which we might try, let's try next episode, because we're out of time for the day. So I'm going to use this... oh, I'm already... yeah, I'm at my limit right now. So this Steam non-combat tasks, that's probably going to be for Aligern. He's... yeah, he can... oh. I need to... what? Oh, he uses it automatically. Okay, good. And what else do we have? We do have heals 10 hit points of intellect, comfort. That's pretty good. Ring of Elmore. This is cancels the next negative fatal applied. This is a weird thing, so I'm gonna just... he's gonna be my cipher carrier. And this thing over here is gonna be a bonded item. I'm gonna lose a little bit of edge on that. And I don't think... wait a minute. Yeah, I got 2 edge, so that way I only get 1. So I'm gonna want to go with concentration pretty soon, so I don't get that debuff. And hopefully things work well, because these bonded items are pretty awesome. But that's pretty good as well, because it's the +1 for combat is good. For combat it is good. And we might get ourselves into combat next episode, if we die over there, because we're going to the Fathom on our minds. And also if this guy doesn't, well, if I decide to go in there, we'll see. We'll see. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Torment, Tides of Numenera. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.